101. In today's live broadcast, we're going to be examining what is bipolar, what causes bipolar disorder, how can we prevent it, simple home remedy to help alleviate bipolar symptoms, and how to get help, and when to get help, and when to call urgent care for emergency. Okay, so this is Gateway 101. Okay, so without wasting too much time, we're going to be talking about bipolar disorder. Okay, I will say that bipolar disorder is a mental health condition that causes unusual shift in mood, energy, activities level, and ability to think clearly. I repeat again. Bipolar disorder is a mental health condition that causes unusual shift in mood, energy, activities level, and the ability to think clearly. People with bipolar disorder experience period of mania or hypomania, extreme elevated mood, high energy when they are in manic state. When they are in manic state, they experience extreme elevated mood, very high energy when they are in mania state, impulsive behavior. People with bipolar disorder experience period of depression. They can also experience period of depression, such as sadness, low energy, loss of interest, and difficulty functioning. Please kindly subscribe to Gateway 101, subscribe and share. So we are talking about bipolar disorder. We are saying that bipolar disorder is a mental health condition that causes unusual shift in mood, energy, activity level, and ability to think clearly. We also said that people with bipolar disorder experience a period of mania or hypomania, which is extreme elevated mood, high energy, impulsive behavior. People with bipolar disorder also experience a period of depression, that is sadness, low energy, loss of interest, and difficulty functioning. This mood episode can last days, weeks, or even months. So, what are the common symptoms of bipolar disorder? In the manic stage, manic symptoms will be feeling extremely happy or overexcited. Another common symptom under the manic symptoms will be very little need for sleep. So they hardly fall asleep. They are super excited. They have this extreme happiness. They highly find it difficult to sleep. And the another symptom or the manic symptoms will be they talk very fast. Yeah, they talk very, very fast in the manic symptoms. Okay, yes, I'm okay and I'm fine too. Thank you for asking. Okay, so in the manic symptoms or the manic stage, bipolar disorder patient talks very fast. They have what we call the racing thought. Okay, they have what we call the racing thought. Flight of idea. They can be saying this word and just not they digress or they diverse to another topic. You know, they talk very fast. They are very hyper at the manic level. They also have increased risk taking. They're spending money, reckless behavior, irritability or anger. They get angry unnecessarily. Okay, why the depressive symptoms of a bipolar patient will be persistent sadness or hopelessness. The depressive symptoms of a bipolar disorder patient will be fatigue or low energy if they are depressed. Loss of interest in activities. That's some of the symptoms. Okay, so difficulty concentrating. They cannot concentrate. They are all over the whole place. But in a depressive stage, they find it difficult to concentrate. There is also changes in sleep. Too much sleep or too little. They also have the thought of death or suicide. So what causes bipolar disorder? What is the main cause of bipolar disorder? The truth is that the exact causes is not fully known, but several factors may contribute to bipolar disorder, such as genetics. Bipolar disorder often runs in some family, so it can be genetics. Another possible cause of bipolar disorder might be brain chemistry. When we say brain chemistry, we refer to an imbalance of neurotransmitter, such as the dopamine and the serotonin, may affect mood regulation. Another possible cause of bipolar disorder may be stress and trauma. Yep, stress and trauma may be another major cause of bipolar disorder. Major life stressor like loss of a loved one, financial problems, very common, abuse or trauma. This can cause bipolar disorder. Sleep, another possible cause would be sleep disruption. Chronic lack of sleep can trigger a manic episode. Substances used, such as alcohol or drug abuse, can worsen or trigger symptoms of bipolar disorder. Using of crack, cocaine, heroin, all these illegal drugs can be a major contributing factor or can worsen or trigger the symptoms of bipolar disorder. Can bipolar disorder be prevented? Bipolar disorder cannot always be prevented, but you can reduce the triggers and manage symptoms early. Okay, so helpful prevention strategies will include maintaining regular sleep pattern, okay, managing stress, avoiding alcohol and recreational drugs, very important, avoiding alcohol and recreational drugs. Exercise regularly. Yeah, regular exercise would help reduce stress. Okay, seek early mental health support, very important. Speak to somebody. Engage with mental health professionals. If you notice any of these symptoms I've just mentioned. Taking prescribed medication consistently if diagnosed. Yes, if you are diagnosed with bipolar disorder and you are placed on medication, please make sure you take your medication at a particular time as prescribed, and do not skip medication. Very important. And also make sure you keep to all your doctor's appointment if you are diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and make sure you talk to a mental health professional. Very important. Okay, so simple home remedy to help alleviate symptoms. While this does not constitute proper treatment, or this does not replace medical treatment, but they can help support mood stability. Okay, so regular sleep routine is another simple home remedy to help alleviate symptoms. So sleep at the same time every night. Poor sleep can trigger mood swing. Okay, so exercise, daily physical activity, work such as walking, yoga, stretching, help balance mood chemicals. Also says that manage omega-3 rich food that support brain health, such as salmon, walnut, flaxseed, chia seed. Stress reduction techniques such as try meditation, deep breathing, prayer, mindfulness. Okay, so we also said that you should reduce under home remedy that help alleviate bipolar disorder. We said you should reduce caffeine intake, or too much caffeine may trigger anxiety or mania. The sunlight exposure, get 15 to 30 minutes of sunlight daily. This can help regulate mood. Okay? So keep a mood journal. Tracking your mood changes help identify trigger early. Okay, so when should you seek medical help? We said seek a healthcare professional if someone has severe mood swing. Make sure you see a doctor. Seek a healthcare professional if someone has risky behavior. Noticing a risky behavior, you can call for help. Also, see a mental health professional if someone has suicidal thought or suicidal ideation, homicidal suicidal thought or homicidal suicidal ideation. Please seek a mental health professional. If someone has long period of depression, okay, and also see a mental health professional or see a healthcare professional if someone has difficulty functioning at work or at home. So treatment may include therapy, mood stabilizing medication, and lifestyle management. The good news is, with proper treatment and lifestyle management, many people with bipolar disorder live stable, productive life. Okay? So, like we are saying, that if you notice any of these symptoms, please do not hesitate to seek medical help immediately. If you notice any of the symptoms I've just mentioned, do not hesitate. You want to talk to a mental health professional immediately, because these are not things to ignore. Okay? So, it is a mental health issue and it is an emergency issue, because a bipolar person can take a very risky behavior, can take a high risk, and they are very careless, reckless. Okay, so let's get that in mind. Okay, so early warning sign of bipolar disorder that many people ignore. These are 7 early warning signs of bipolar disorder that many people tend to ignore. Recognizing early symptoms can help someone seek help before mood episode becomes severe. 7 early warning signs of bipolar disorder that many people ignore. And we are saying that recognizing early symptoms can help someone seek help before mood episode become severe. One would be sudden mood swing. A person may shift quickly from feeling extremely happy or energetic to feeling very sad or hopeless. Sudden mood swing. A person may shift quickly from being extremely happy or energetic to feeling very sad or hopeless. Changes in sleep pattern. All these are early warning signs of bipolar disorder that most people tend to ignore. Change in sleep pattern. Sleeping very little but still feeling energetic. Possible manic phase of bipolar disorder. Sleeping too much and feeling tired. Possible depressive phase of bipolar disorder. Unusual increased energy. Feeling overly energized, restlessness, or extremely productive for several days without a clear reason. All these are early warning signs that most people tend to ignore. Talking fast than usual. During manic episode, a person may talk rapidly, jumping from one topic to topic or having racing thought. During the manic episode, you have flight of idea. You're talking too fast, or a person may talk rapidly, jump from one topic to another topic without concluding the first topic, or having what we call a racing thought. Risky or impulsive behavior. These are some of the early warning signs that people tend to ignore. So, risky or impulsive behavior, example will include overspending money, risky driving, poor decision making, substances use, and also have difficulty concentrating, trouble focusing on tasks, remembering things, or finishing projects. So they find it difficult to concentrate, find it difficult to finish a task, have a problem focusing on tasks, remembering things, or finishing a project. Last but not the least, as some of these warning signs that people tend to ignore will be loss of interest in activity. During the depressive phase of bipolar disorder, some people may lose interest in hobbies, work, or social interaction. Let's look about food that may help stabilize mood naturally. Certain foods support brain health and may help regulate mood chemicals, such as fatty fish, example salmon, sardines, and tuna. But these are fatty food. They are rich in omega-3 fatty acid, which support brain function. Nuts and seeds, walnut, flaxseed, chia seed, and almond may help support healthy brain chemistry. Whole grain, Food like oat, brown rice, and whole grain bread help maintain stable blood sugar, which support mood balance. Green leaf vegetable, green leaf vegetables, spinach, kale, broccoli contain folate, which support mental health. Dark chocolate in moderation, so do not overtake dark chocolate, may help increase serotonin and brain chemical like to happiness. Yogurt and fermented food that support gut health may also influence mood because the gut and brain are connected. So, what are the difference between bipolar disorder and a major depressive disorder? What are the difference between somebody who is bipolar and somebody who is bipolar disorder and somebody who is experiencing major depressive disorder? Many people confuse these two conditions, but they are different. Okay? So in bipolar disorder, the mode pattern will be alternate between mania and depression, while the mode pattern in depression will be persistent low mood or sadness. The energy level in a patient with bipolar disorder will be period of a very high energy and a very low energy. So there will be a period its energy will be very high and there will be a period of energy very low. While a patient with depression, the energy level will be usually low energy. Sleep. In bipolar disorder, the patient may sleep very little during mania. While the patient may often sleep too much or too little. Behavior, risk-taking, or impulsive behavior during mania. While in a depression disorder, the patient usually withdraw and lack of motivation. So most extreme in bipolar disorder patient will be extreme mode changes, while the mode swing in depression patient will be the mode will stay mostly low. Key differences with this. People with bipolar disorder experience both manic and depressive episodes, while people with depression merely experience persistent sadness and low mood. So when to seek medical help? We said seek medical help when someone should seek medical help if they're experiencing a severe mood swing. Seek medical help there's a long period of depression. Seek medical help if person is risky or impulsive behavior, or the person thought of self-harm or suicide. We also say that mental health professional may recommend therapy, medication, lifestyle changes, or a combination of treatment. Okay, so let's go through this one more time for the sake of you who are just joining us. Okay, so focusing on what is bipolar, what causes bipolar, how can bipolar be prevented, and simple home remedy to help alleviate bipolar symptoms. And we say that bipolar disorder is a mental health condition that causes unusual shift in mood, energy, activity level, and ability to think clearly. We also say that people with bipolar disorder experience period of mania or hypomania, which is extreme elevated mood, high energy, impulsive behavior. We also say that people bipolar disorder patients also experience depression, which is sadness, low energy, low interest, and difficulty functioning. I also said that this mood episode can last for weeks, days, or even months. Then we'll talk about the common symptom of the manic symptoms. Manic phase of bipolar disorder will be feeling extremely happy or overly excited. In the manic stage, they also have very little need to sleep. in the malic symptoms, they're talking very fast. They have what we call racing thought, and they also increase risk taking, spending money, recklessly behavior. We also say that irritability or anger can also be experienced during the malic symptoms of or the malic phase of bipolar disorder. We also say that depressive symptom will be persistent sadness or hopelessness, fatigue or low energy when they are depressed, loss of interest in activity, difficulty concentrating when they lose interest. So change in sleep, too much or too little. Then thoughts of death or suicide. So they tend to commit suicide. They already have this suicidal thought, suicidal ideation if they have been depressed for a very long time. So that's why we'll encourage you to seek a medical help immediately. What causes bipolar disorder? I will say that the exact cause is not fully known, but several factors may contribute. I will mention the genetic. We say that bipolar disorder often run in some family. We also said that chemistry, brain chemistry might be a factor. Imbalance of neurotransmitters such as dopamine and serotonin may affect mood regulation. They will also talk about stress and trauma. So major life stressor like loss of a loved one can also cause bipolar disorder. Financial problem can also cause financial disorder. Abuse or trauma can also cause bipolar disorder. We also said that sleep disruption can also trigger a bipolar disruption. So chronic lack of sleep can trigger the malic episode of bipolar disorder. Substances used such as alcohol or drug abuse can worsen or trigger symptoms. So, can bipolar disorder be prevented? We say bipolar disorder cannot always be prevented, but you can reduce trigger and manage symptoms early. So, we encourage you to seek medical help ASAP if you're experiencing those symptoms that I've just mentioned. Helpful prevention strategies will include maintaining regular sleep pattern, managing stress, avoid drinking alcohol and recreational drugs. Okay, and exercise regularly, seeking early mental health support. Okay, taking prescribed medication consistently if diagnosed. Okay, so we'll talk about some simple home remedy to help alleviate symptoms of bipolar disorder. I will say that these do not replace medical treatment, but they can help support mood stability. I will say that regular sleep routine, sleep at the same time every night. Poor sleep can trigger mood swings, so we encourage you to have a sleep routine, a sleep pattern. We also encourage you to exercise. Physical daily activity, walking, yoga, stretching help balance mood chemicals. Omega-3 rich food that support the brain, healthy breads such as salmon, walnut, flax seeds, all these can help. Okay, alleviate symptoms. Stress reduction techniques. Try meditation, deep breathing, prayers, mindfulness. Okay, so also said that it will reduce your caffeine intake. Too much caffeine may trigger anxiety or mania. So reduce your caffeine intakes. Expose yourself to sunlight. Getting 15 to 20 minutes of sunlight daily can help regulate mood. Also keep a mood journal. Tracking mood helps identify trigger early. Okay, so when someone should seek medical help, we say seek medical help. I'll see mental health professional if you have a severe mood swing, or you have risky behavior, or you have suicidal thought, or you have long-term period of depression, difficulty functioning at work or at home. Please seek medical help. Treatment may include therapy, mood stabilizing medication, and lifestyle management. Okay, we also said that the good news will be is when proper treatment and lifestyle management, many people with bipolar disorder live stable, productive, stable. Okay, we also said that There are 7 early warning signs of bipolar disorder that many people ignore. I would say that these 7 warning signs of bipolar disorder that many people ignore might trigger bipolar, might trigger the mood swing. So recognizing early symptoms can help someone seek help before mood episodes become severe. So sudden mood swing, a person may shift quickly from feeling extremely happy or energetic to feeling very sad or hopelessness. So change in sleep pattern and sleeping very little but still feeling energetic, possible manic phase, sleeping too much and feeling tired, possibly depressive disorder, or certain increase in energy, unusual increases in energy. I mean to say, feeling overly energized, restlessness, or extreme productive for several days without a clear reason. Okay, talking faster than unusual. During manic episode, a person may talk rapidly, jump from one topic to another topic, or that's what we call flight of idea, or having racing thought, risky or impulsive behavior. Example include overspending money, risky driving, poor decision making, and substance abuse, or sometimes use, difficulty concentrating, trouble focusing on tasks, remembering things, or finishing projects. Number 7 would be loss of interest in activities. During depressive phase, someone may lose interest in hobby, works, or social interaction. Okay, so let's also talk about some food that may help stabilize mood naturally. We said fatty fish. Example would be salmon, sardine, and tuna. This food are rich in omega-3 fatty acids which support brain function. Nuts and seeds such as walnut, flaxseed, chia seed, and almond may help support healthy brain chemistry. Okay, so whole grain food like oat, brown rice, and whole grain bread help maintain stable blood sugar, which support mood balance. Green leaves such as spinach, kale, and broccoli contain folate, which support mental health function. Banana contain vitamin B6, which help the body produce more regulatory neurotransmitter. Dark chocolate also said may help increasing serotonin, the brain chemical linked to happiness. Yogurt and fermented food that support gut health may also affect mood because the gut and the brain are connected. Also said that the difference between bipolar disorder and major depressive disorder. Okay, in bipolar disorder, the mood pattern is alternate between mania and depression, while depressive disorder will be persistent low mood or sadness. Energy level in somebody with bipolar disorder will be period of very high energy and very low energy, while depression disorder will be usually low energy. So sleep pattern with bipolar disorder will be may sleep very little during mania phase, while depression phase may often sleep too much or too little. So behavior will be taken in bipolar patients it will be risk taking or impulsive behavior during mania phase, while in depression you usually withdraw and lack of motivation. While the mood swing in bipolar disorder patient will be extreme mood changes, while depression will be stayed mostly low. So most people, the key difference between bipolar disorder and depression disorder will be people with bipolar disorder experience both manic and depressive depressive episode, while people with depression merely experience persistent sadness and low mood. So seek help, seek a medical attention when you have severe mood swing. Please seek mental health professional or go to the JK clinic when you have a long period of depression. Seek help when you have risky or impulsive behavior. Seek help or you have thought of self-harm or suicidal ideation. Mental health professional may recommend therapy, medication, lifestyle change, or a combination of both. Okay, so this is Gateway 101. Thank you again, and thank you for watching. Stay blessed. Bye for now.